Have you ever looked up at the night sky and felt a quiet tug, a whisper that everything you see is somehow connected? Stars, planets, and even the spaces between them. They're all held together by invisible threads. But what are these threads, and why do they never let go? Before we begin, I'd love to know where in the world you're joining us from. And if gentle explorations like this spark your curiosity, a like or subscribe helps our quiet corner of wonder reach more dreamers. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the universe as a vast ocean. Not an ocean of water, but of something deeper, something more invisible. Across this endless expanse, galaxies drift like delicate currents, each one carrying millions of stars shimmering like tiny lanterns in the dark. And yet somehow they don't drift apart completely. Something holds them together, something silent, unseen, yet incredibly powerful. That quiet force has a name: gravity. You know gravity as the gentle tug that keeps your feet planted on the floor. But on the scale of the cosmos, gravity is the invisible hand that shapes entire galaxies, pulls clouds of gas into stars, and keeps planets dancing around their suns. Without it, everything would simply float away into nothingness, like confetti blown by a careless wind. Gravity is a kind of invisible glue, but it's not just glue, it's a storyteller. It tells the universe how to bend, how to stretch, how to gather. Imagine a trampoline stretched tight. If you place a heavy ball in the middle, the fabric sags, curving gently around it. Now, if you roll a smaller ball nearby, it doesn't just move in a straight line, it curves around the heavy one, pulled by the dip in the trampoline. That's how gravity works, except instead of fabric, it bends space itself. The stars, planets, and moons all follow these gentle curves, moving as if guided by an unseen hand. And yet gravity is only part of the story. Another force whispers through the universe, smaller but no less mysterious: electromagnetism. It's the reason your hair stands on end after rubbing a balloon, the reason magnets stick to your fridge, and the reason light travels across the void to reach your eyes. Electromagnetism dances between particles, guiding their paths and shaping the chemistry that allows stars to burn and planets to form. Without it, there would be no atoms, no molecules, no water, no air, and no life. It is a quiet but essential partner in the universe's ballet, keeping the smallest building blocks of matter in an intricate, ever-shifting embrace. And then there's a stranger still, something scientists call the strong nuclear force. This force lives deep inside the heart of atoms, binding protons and neutrons together like a tiny but unbreakable thread. Without it, the nuclei of atoms would fall apart, and the universe as we know it would vanish in an instant. Even smaller than this is the weak nuclear force, which whispers to particles, allowing them to change and decay, releasing energy that can light up the stars or create the subtle transformations that make chemistry possible. Together, these four fundamental forces, gravity, electromagnetism, the strong force, and the weak force, compose the symphony of the universe. They are quiet, invisible, yet astonishingly powerful, guiding everything from the tiniest quark to the largest galaxy cluster. If you drift your gaze back to the night sky, you'll see points of light, some as far as billions of light years away. Each one of those stars is a tiny furnace powered by the delicate balance of these forces. Gravity pulls the gas and dust inward, compressing it until nuclear fusion ignites and the star begins its slow, steady burn. Electromagnetism holds the atoms together, allowing the fusion reactions to continue, while the strong and weak forces govern the energy release at the heart of the star. It is a quiet miracle, happening again and again across the universe. And yet, even with all these forces, the universe has secrets. Dark matter, for instance, is something we cannot see, but we know it exists because of the way galaxies rotate. Stars at the edges of galaxies spin faster than gravity alone should allow, suggesting that some invisible matter is lending its quiet tug. Scientists estimate that dark matter may make up about 27% of the universe, More than all the stars, planets, and galaxies combined. It is a ghostly presence shaping the cosmos without ever letting us glimpse it directly. Even stranger is dark energy, a mysterious force that seems to be pushing the universe apart, stretching the space between galaxies ever so slightly faster and faster. While gravity pulls things together, dark energy pulls them apart like a silent tide ebbing through the cosmos. We are only beginning to understand it, but its effect is profound. It may determine the ultimate fate of the universe itself. As you let these thoughts settle, consider the balance at play. The universe is a delicate dance of push and pull, of attraction and repulsion, of forces that guide particles and planets alike. Without one of these forces, the universe could not exist as it does. Some scientists believe that this balance is a kind of cosmic coincidence. Others wonder if there is a deeper harmony, an underlying rhythm that we are only just beginning to feel. Perhaps somewhere there is a way to understand it as a whole, not just as separate forces, but for now we can only marvel at the quiet, persistent grace that holds everything together. And here in this moment, you are part of that story. The atoms in your body are bound by the same forces that govern distant stars. The gravity that tethers you to Earth is the same gravity that guides the planets and galaxies. The photons of light that travel from your window or the soft warmth of the sun on your skin are all threads in the invisible web of the universe. By simply being here, breathing and watching, you are connected to something far greater than yourself. Sometimes it is easy to forget how immense the cosmos is, how intricate and delicate its structure. But as you listen, as you let your mind drift across the stars, you may feel a quiet reassurance. Everything has its place, everything is guided by forces we cannot see but can trust. The universe holds itself together in a gentle balance, and in that balance it holds you too. So the next time you look up at the night sky, imagine that invisible web of gravity, electromagnetism, and the mysterious whispers of dark matter and dark energy stretching across the cosmos. Every star is a note in a quiet symphony, every planet a gentle sway in a cosmic dance. And somewhere in the spaces between, the universe breathes softly, a hidden orchestra playing the melody that keeps galaxies spinning, planets orbiting and life existing. Perhaps that is what it means to be held together, not by chains or ropes, but by quiet, invisible threads that are always there, guiding, balancing, and whispering the secrets of the cosmos into the darkness. And as you drift deeper into thought, you may notice the universe isn't just out there, it is in you, around you, and within every gentle movement of existence. If part 1, section 1 was about the invisible threads that shape the cosmos, then this next part is about how those threads interact to weave the tapestry of everything we see. Imagine the universe not as a static place, but as a living, breathing rhythm. Galaxies swirl, stars flare, and black holes hum in silence, each movement guided by the delicate balance of forces we have only begun to understand. So the tiniest particle has a story, and when billions of these stories overlap, they create the quiet harmony that holds it all together. Take gravity, for instance. You might think of it as a simple downward pull, something that keeps your cup of tea from floating away. But on a cosmic scale, it is far more profound. Gravity is the architect of galaxies, slowly gathering dust, gas, and dark matter over millions of years. These vast clouds collapse under their own weight, igniting the nuclear fires that become stars. And when those stars die, they scatter their material into the void, seeding the next generation of stars, planets, and perhaps life itself. Every atom in your body may have travelled through this cycle, born in the heart of a star, carried across space and finally coming together to form the intricate life around you. In that way, gravity is both a force and a storyteller, connecting past, present, and future in its quiet pull. Electromagnetism adds another layer to this cosmic rhythm. It is the reason light reaches our eyes, allowing us to see distant galaxies and faint nebulae that might otherwise remain invisible. It binds electrons to nuclei, shaping atoms into molecules, and molecules into the chemistry that allows stars to burn and life to emerge. Without this force, there would be no stars, no planets, and no gentle warmth of sunlight on your skin. It is subtle yet persistent, a silent guide that choreographs the dance of particles. But the universe is not only about attraction, it is also about balance and tension. The strong nuclear force holds the cores of atoms together, defying the repulsion between protons. Deep inside every star, this force enables the fusion that releases energy, lighting the heavens and sustaining life across billions of miles. In tandem, the weak nuclear force allows certain particles to decay, transforming energy and matter in ways that can trigger the birth of new stars or the subtle processes of chemistry on tiny planets. These forces, invisible to our senses, are as real as the floor beneath your feet. They operate quietly, tirelessly, holding the building blocks of reality in perfect balance. Yet as much as we understand, the universe still has secrets. Dark matter and dark energy remain mysterious companions in this cosmic symphony. Dark matter tugs invisibly, shaping the rotation of galaxies and holding them from tearing apart. We cannot see it, cannot touch it, yet we can sense its presence through the dance of stars. Dark energy, conversely, seems to push the universe outward, stretching the fabric of space itself. It is the quiet opposite of gravity, a reminder that the cosmos is not static but ever-changing, a living rhythm that expands and evolves. If you think about it, these forces are like invisible hands knitting the universe together. Each galaxy is a stitch, each star a tiny loop, and each particle a single thread. When you trace your imagination across the night sky, you may begin to see these connections, faint and delicate but unbreakable. The universe is a network of relationships, a web in which everything affects everything else, from the tiniest quark to the largest galaxy cluster. Every pulse of light, every shift of a planet, is a note in the vast, quiet music of existence. Black holes add another layer of mystery. They are not just destructive voids, but also keepers of balance. At the centre of many galaxies, including our own Milky Way, supermassive black holes anchor stars and planets with their immense gravity. Their pull shapes the flow of matter, guiding the paths of stars and influencing the growth of galaxies over billions of years. Yet even here, the laws of physics bend and twist in ways we are only beginning to understand. Some scientists suggest that black holes may even connect to other regions of the universe, or perhaps other universes entirely. While these ideas are speculative, they spark wonder, a reminder that the cosmos is vast, mysterious, and infinitely more complex than we can fully grasp. And what of the spaces between stars and galaxies? It may seem empty, a silent vacuum, but even there, forces are at work. Gravity stretches across millions of light years. Dark matter drifts invisibly, and faint radiation hums from the earliest moments of the universe. The void is not nothing, it is a stage, a quiet canvas on which the drama of existence unfolds. Even emptiness is alive with potential, carrying the memory of the Big Bang and whispering hints of what may come. Through all of this, life itself emerges, quietly connected to these cosmic forces. The atoms in your body were forged in ancient stars. Your heartbeat, your breath, even your thoughts are carried by energy that obeys the same rules governing distant galaxies. In that sense, we are not separate from the universe. We are woven into it. Every step we take, every gentle sigh is a ripple through the fabric of existence. By observing the universe, we are also observing ourselves, discovering our own connection to the forces that shape reality. Perhaps the most calming thought of all is this: the universe has been holding itself together for nearly 14 billion years, and it continues to do so now, in this very moment. Stars ignite and fade, planets orbit, galaxies spin, and yet the underlying forces remain steady, patient, and reliable. There is a quiet order to it, an invisible structure that allows chaos and beauty to coexist. And as you listen, as you let your mind drift through these cosmic rhythms, you may feel a small sense of reassurance. The universe is not random or careless. It is gentle, steady, and endlessly curious. So take a moment. Imagine the tug of gravity in every direction, the subtle push of dark energy across space, the invisible threads of electromagnetism guiding light, and the nuclear forces keeping matter together. Picture the galaxies turning slowly, the stars shining, the black holes whispering their secrets. Let the scale of it all wash over you, like a soft tide, and notice that you are part of it. Not just an observer, but a participant in the quiet symphony that holds the universe together. And as you drift further into thought, consider this. The next time you feel small or insignificant, remember that the same forces shaping the distant cosmos are present in you. You're made of stardust held by gravity, bound by electromagnetism, and touched by the mysterious energies that shape all existence. The universe is not apart from you, it is within you, a gentle, invisible web connecting every heartbeat to the rhythm of the stars. In that sense, to understand the universe is also to understand ourselves. To watch the night sky is not merely to admire beauty from afar, but to glimpse the quiet rules that govern both stars and souls. And as the universe continues to spin, as forces whisper through space, we are invited to move with it, to drift gently along the currents of gravity, light. If the first part was about the invisible threads that bind everything together, this next section invites you to drift even farther out into the cosmos. Imagine floating silently through space, where light travels for millions of years before it reaches your eyes. Galaxies, each carrying billions of stars, spin like delicate whirlpools in the darkness. And yet, despite the vast emptiness that separates them, there is a subtle order, a quiet rhythm that keeps the universe from unraveling. Galaxies are not random collections of stars. They have shape, structure, and a kind of elegant choreography. Spiral galaxies swirl gracefully, their arms curved like the fingers of a cosmic hand. Elliptical galaxies glow softly, smooth and serene, while irregular galaxies seem scattered, like clouds drifting without a fixed form. Gravity is the quiet sculptor here, bending the paths of stars and gas into sweeping arcs, holding clusters of galaxies together over billions of years. Even dark matter participates in this dance, providing an invisible framework that guides the visible stars, ensuring that galaxies maintain their delicate balance. As we drift closer, consider the space between galaxies. It may seem empty, but it is not truly nothing. This intergalactic space is filled with thin gas, stray particles, and radiation from the early universe. Tiny gravitational currents ripple across these vast expanses, influencing the formation of new stars and guiding the slow motion of galaxies. It is as if the universe itself is breathing, expanding and contracting in ways too subtle for us to notice directly, yet shaping the cosmos in profound ways. Clusters of galaxies are particularly mesmerizing. Imagine hundreds or even thousands of galaxies bound together by gravity, moving through space in slow, stately motions. Within these clusters, galaxies interact, sometimes merging, sometimes tugging at one another with invisible threads. These encounters can trigger bursts of star formation as clouds of gas collapse under the combined pull of gravity. And yet, even in these dynamic interactions, there is a balance. Gravity ensures that clusters remain intact, that galaxies do not scatter into the void. The universe has a remarkable way of maintaining order amidst motion, of letting chaos exist while holding the larger structure together. Even smaller structures, like solar systems, follow the same principles. A star forms at the center of a swirling cloud of gas and dust, and planets slowly coalesce from this material. Gravity keeps them in orbit, guiding them in a quiet, predictable rhythm. But there is more at play than just pull. Electromagnetism shapes the chemistry that allows planets to form with the right balance of elements, water to condense, and atmospheres to emerge. And in some rare cases, life may take hold, weaving the story of consciousness into the cosmic narrative. And yet, for all we understand, the universe retains its mysteries. Black holes, for instance, are anchors and enigmas at once. Supermassive black holes sit at the heart of galaxies, holding stars in orbit and shaping the structure of the galaxy itself. But they are also paradoxical, places where gravity becomes so extreme that space and time bend. The boundary around them, called the event horizon, is a silent limit. Anything that crosses it, light, matter, even time itself, cannot escape. And yet these black holes may also be essential to the formation and evolution of galaxies, feeding and regulating star formation over billions of years. In their quiet, hidden way, black holes maintain the rhythm of the universe. The interplay between forces is what makes the cosmos both predictable and astonishing. Gravity pulls, electromagnetism shapes. The strong force holds atomic nuclei together, and the weak force allows change. Dark matter tugs invisibly, dark energy stretches outward, and together they orchestrate a slow, graceful dance. Even the tiniest particle is affected by this cosmic choreography. And as you let these thoughts sink in, it becomes clear that the universe is not merely a backdrop to our lives. It is a living, breathing structure, and we are part of its rhythm. Consider the cosmic web, an immense network connecting galaxies and clusters across unimaginable distances. Filaments of dark matter stretch like threads, guiding the motion of galaxies and shaping the large-scale structure of the universe. Between these filaments lie vast voids, almost empty regions that give space a sense of depth and silence. It is in this architecture that the universe finds balance, ensuring that matter is neither scattered too thinly nor compressed too densely. It is a pattern of quiet elegance, invisible yet undeniable, a scaffolding that has existed since the universe was very young. Time itself is a participant in this cosmic order. As galaxies drift and stars ignite, billions of years unfold, shaping the evolution of the cosmos. Gravity and other forces do not act instantaneously. They take time to mold structures, to pull gas into stars, to guide planets in their orbits. And in this slow unfolding, the universe demonstrates patience, the kind of patience that allows complexity and beauty to emerge gradually. From the first atoms forming after the Big Bang to the galaxies we see today, the cosmos has been following the same quiet rules, holding itself together with astonishing fidelity. Even the smallest details matter. The angle of a planet's tilt, the composition of a star, or the subtle tug of a nearby galaxy can influence the evolution of solar systems and life itself. The universe is finely tuned in ways we are only beginning to grasp. Some scientists call it a cosmic coincidence. Others imagine a deeper harmony underlying all the forces. Whatever the explanation, there is a comforting thought here. The same forces that guide distant galaxies also shape your world, your day, your breath. There is an invisible thread connecting you to the cosmos, unbroken and enduring. And so, as we drift in thought through this vast expanse, the universe becomes less abstract. We begin to sense its gentle patterns, its subtle rhythms, and its quiet, invisible rules. Every swirl of a galaxy, every orbiting planet, every flicker of a distant star is a note in an eternal symphony. And within that symphony, we find our own place. Not above it, not separate from it, but a part of its ongoing, delicate balance. The night sky is not merely a collection of points of light. It is a reflection of the forces that hold everything together. Gravity, electromagnetism, the strong and weak forces, dark matter, and dark energy. They are the quiet conductors of the cosmic orchestra. And even if we cannot see every note, we can feel their effects, marvel at their consequences, and trust in the delicate balance they maintain. perhaps the most beautiful realization is this: everything is connected. Not just planets to stars, not just galaxies to one another, but you to the universe itself. Every atom in your body once existed in distant stars. Every thought flows through a mind built from particles governed by these same forces. The universe is not separate from us. It is woven through us, a living, breathing tapestry, held together by invisible threads and quiet energy that never ceases. And as you imagine the cosmos stretching endlessly around you, you may feel a small comfort, a gentle awareness that the universe, with all its mysteries and quiet rhythms, is holding itself together, and that in some small way it is holding you too. If galaxies seem serene from afar, they are in fact quiet theatres of motion, interaction, and transformation. Some glide gracefully past one another, their stars rarely meeting, yet their gravitational influence stretches across millions of light years. Others collide in slow, majestic dances, stretching, warping, and sometimes merging into entirely new forms. These interactions are subtle, measured in millions of years, but they shape the evolution of the universe. Gravity guides them like a careful choreographer, ensuring that chaos does not dissolve the delicate cosmic patterns. Imagine two spiral galaxies drifting toward one another. At first, they seem to simply pass like shadows gliding across water, but gravity begins its pull, tugging stars and clouds of gas, drawing out long arcs of light that stretch into space. These tidal tales are faint yet beautiful, ribbons of matter tracing the invisible threads that connect every particle. Stars rarely collide directly, but their paths shift, their velocities altered, creating new orbits and stirring the gas clouds that may eventually form fresh stars. Over eons, these galaxies may merge, their cores combining, their spiral arms blending into one another. From the quiet pull of gravity emerges transformation, a slow but unstoppable process that reshapes the universe. And yet, even amid such enormous events, balance persists. Black holes anchor galaxies, keeping stars in orbit. Dark matter continues its invisible work, shaping the motion of galaxies without ever being seen. The fundamental forces operate at every scale, from the smallest atoms to the largest galactic clusters, maintaining a harmony that allows structure to emerge and persist. It is as though the universe is constantly writing and rewriting itself, guided by rules that are invisible yet precise, subtle yet unyielding. Within individual galaxies, stars are born, live and die, forming a cycle that sustains cosmic evolution. Clouds of gas collapse under gravity, igniting nuclear fusion that lights the stars. Over millions or billions of years, these stars burn steadily, releasing energy that shapes their surroundings. Some die quietly, fading into dim white dwarfs, while others end in spectacular supernovae, scattering elements into space that will seed the next generation of stars and planets. In this way, matter is recycled, endlessly transformed, yet always held together by the same fundamental forces that govern motion across the universe. Planetary systems, too, emerge from these cosmic rhythms. Around newborn stars, disks of dust and gas slowly coalesce into planets. Gravity draws them together, while electromagnetism shapes the chemistry that allows water to form, minerals to crystallize, and atmospheres to stabilize. Each system is a miniature reflection of the larger universe, a delicate balance of forces producing order from what might otherwise seem like randomness. And on rare worlds like Earth, these forces create conditions for life to emerge, connecting the story of planets, stars, and galaxies to the quiet miracle of consciousness. Even the smallest disturbances can ripple across vast distances. The gravitational pull of a neighbouring star, the explosion of a distant supernova, or the subtle tug of a passing galaxy can influence the formation of stars and planets. These interactions remind us that nothing exists in isolation. Every motion, every force, contributes to a vast interconnected web. The universe is not static, it is a living system, a network of influence where the tiniest events can cascade into cosmic change, all held together by threads of gravity, electromagnetism, and the nuclear forces that quietly shape matter. Consider the role of time in this cosmic dance. Galaxies evolve over billions of years, stars live and die over millions, and planets orbit for countless centuries. The universe operates on a scale that stretches human comprehension, yet its processes are consistent, predictable, and patient. Forces that seem subtle on a small scale, like the pull of gravity between two stars, accumulate over eons, producing profound transformations. In that patience, the universe finds balance, allowing complexity to emerge and persist. The cosmos, in its quiet rhythm, teaches us about the beauty of gradual change, the poetry of slow motion, and the elegance of invisible rules guiding everything. As we observe this dance, it is impossible not to feel a connection to it. The same forces shaping distant galaxies are at work within your body, guiding the motion of atoms, holding molecules together, and orchestrating the chemistry that sustains life. In a way, the universe flows through you, from the stardust in your bones to the light that reaches your eyes. You're both observer and participant, intimately linked to the rhythms that govern the cosmos. This connection is a quiet reassurance, a reminder that while the universe is vast, it is also intimately familiar. Black holes, often seen as destructive, are in fact guardians of cosmic order. At the centre of galaxies, they anchor stars and regulate galactic evolution. When galaxies collide, supermassive black holes may merge as well, creating even more gravitational influence. Their presence ensures that matter remains bound, that stars follow predictable paths, and that galaxies retain their structure over billions of years. Even in their darkness, black holes are essential threads in the fabric of the universe, quietly maintaining the balance that allows the cosmos to endure. The interplay between creation and destruction is a central theme of the universe. Stars explode, galaxies merge, matter is recycled, and yet through it all the cosmos remains cohesive. Forces work in harmony, balancing attraction and repulsion, energy and matter, expansion and contraction. It is a quiet symmetry, a delicate equilibrium that allows life, planets, stars and galaxies to exist in a universe that is both dynamic and stable. Even in apparent chaos, there is order, and in order there is beauty. And so, as you drift through thought, imagine the universe as a grand, ongoing experiment in balance. Galaxies swirl and merge, stars ignite and fade, black holes anchor and shape, and invisible forces guide every motion. Everything is connected, everything has its place, and everything moves according to rules that are at once simple and profound. By observing the cosmos, we observe the invisible threads that hold not just galaxies, but the very essence of existence together. The quietest realization of all is that these forces extend into every corner of life. Gravity that holds galaxies in orbit holds the water in the oceans. Electromagnetism that guides photons across space allows sunlight to warm your skin. The nuclear forces that govern atoms shape the chemistry of your body, your breath, and even the food you eat. In this way, the universe is not distant or separate. It is woven through every part of reality, subtle yet inescapable, vast yet intimately close. So when you look up at the night sky, imagine more than just stars and planets. Imagine a delicate, invisible web of forces stretching across light years, connecting galaxies, shaping worlds, and guiding the motion of matter and energy. Imagine that this same web flows through you, making you part of the cosmic story, held within the same invisible threads that have sustained the universe for billions of years. And as you breathe and listen, allow yourself to feel the quiet reassurance that, in this immense and intricate cosmos, everything is held together, everything has its place, and you are quietly, beautifully connected to it all. If the last part invited you to drift among galaxies, this section brings you closer to the life of stars, the birth of planets, and the quiet alchemy that allows matter to form the worlds we know. Imagine a cloud of gas, thin and cold, stretching across space like a faint wisp. It may seem empty at first, but within it, gravity begins its patient work. Particles attract one another, slowly gathering into clumps which attract more particles, and eventually, over millions of years, the cloud begins to collapse. From this slow contraction, a star is born. Stars are the universe's furnaces, quiet yet powerful. Deep inside, gravity pulls gas inward, compressing it until temperatures rise enough to ignite nuclear fusion. Hydrogen atoms collide, fuse, and release energy, producing light and warmth that will travel across light years. For millions or billions of years, the star burns steadily, a calm beacon in the darkness. The energy it releases shapes nearby space, influencing the formation of planets and guiding the chemistry that will eventually allow life to emerge. Even the tiniest imbalance in these forces could prevent stars from forming at all, and yet somehow the universe has found a way to make them so beautifully persistent. Around newborn stars, disks of gas and dust begin to spin. Within these disks, gravity nudges particles together, slowly forming rocks, then boulders, then tiny protoplanets. Electromagnetism shapes their chemistry, allowing water molecules to cling, minerals to crystallize, and atmospheres to stabilize. Over millions of years, these processes create worlds with mountains, oceans, and the possibility of life. Every planet is a miniature reflection of the larger universe, guided by the same forces that shape galaxies and stars, held together by the quiet, patient rhythm of the cosmos. Some stars are small and gentle, like our sun, burning steadily for billions of years. Others are massive, bright and short-lived, their brilliance fleeting but extraordinary. When massive stars die, they do not fade quietly. They explode as supernovae, scattering elements across space: carbon, oxygen, iron, all the ingredients for planets, for oceans, and eventually for life. Even in destruction, there is creation. The death of a star feeds the next generation of stars and worlds. A quiet cycle of transformation guided by gravity, electromagnetism, and the nuclear forces at the heart of matter. And yet the universe is never simple. Stars interact with one another in ways that are subtle yet profound. In binary systems, two stars orbit a common center, influencing each other's lives in a gentle gravitational dance. In dense clusters, stars can pass close enough to tug at each other's planets, shaping the orbits and climates of entire worlds. These interactions remind us that nothing exists in isolation, that even across unimaginable distances, the threads of gravity, energy, and matter bind everything together in a delicate web. Even the tiniest particles within stars obey the same cosmic rules. Protons and neutrons are held together by the strong nuclear force, while the weak nuclear force allows subtle changes that release energy. Electromagnetism guides the electrons in their orbits, creating the chemistry that makes life possible. Gravity organizes the larger structures, from planets to stars to galaxies. Each level of scale, from the subatomic to the cosmic, is connected, like a vast hierarchy of invisible threads holding the universe in balance. Consider the quiet beauty of planetary systems. Each planet orbits its star, following paths shaped by gravity, while electromagnetic forces govern the chemistry of its atmosphere and surface. Water collects, ice forms, clouds drift, winds blow, and, in rare cases, life emerges. This quiet orchestration is a testament to the subtle precision of the universe. Forces that seem invisible and intangible are in fact profoundly tangible. They shape every mountain, every ocean, every breath of air, and even the rhythm of life itself. Time is a patient companion in these processes. Stars form and fade over millions of years. Planets settle into orbits over millions more. And life, if it emerges, unfolds over millennia. The universe moves slowly, but with purpose, allowing complexity to arise, persist, and evolve. Even the grandest events, galaxies colliding, supernovae exploding, black holes merging, occur at a pace that encourages balance and harmony. In this patience, the universe shows us a form of quiet wisdom, a gentle rhythm that governs both motion and stillness. And within this cosmic dance, life itself becomes a reflection of the universe's order. The atoms in your body, the molecules that make up your thoughts and sensations, were forged in stars billions of years ago. Your heartbeat, your breath, even the cells in your body are bound by the same forces shaping distant stars and galaxies. You are literally connected to the cosmos, a participant in the quiet, invisible web that holds everything together. In a way, the universe moves through you as well as around you, a reminder that no matter how small you may feel, you are part of something vast, orderly, and beautiful. The universe is also full of mysteries that spark wonder. Black holes, for instance, continue to challenge our understanding. Their gravity is so intense that even light cannot escape, yet they regulate galaxies and influence the formation of stars. Neutron stars spin and pulse, emitting beams of energy across space. Dark matter and dark energy remain elusive, shaping the cosmos without ever being seen. These mysteries remind us that the universe is not only magnificent but also unfathomable, and that the forces holding everything together are far more intricate than we can fully comprehend. Even empty space plays a role. The void between stars and galaxies is not truly empty. It is filled with faint radiation, stray particles, and gravitational currents. It is a silent canvas on which the universe paints its structures, a medium through which forces travel and energy flows. This emptiness is not nothing. It is part of the architecture of the cosmos, shaping galaxies, guiding planets, and enabling stars to form. In this sense, the universe is a balance of presence and absence, of matter and void, of energy and silence. As we allow these thoughts to settle, it becomes clear that everything is connected. From the tiniest particle to the largest galaxy, from the birth of a star to the formation of a planet, the same forces weave the universe into a coherent whole. Gravity, electromagnetism, and nuclear forces work together with dark matter and dark energy to maintain balance, allowing complexity to emerge while ensuring that the cosmos remains cohesive. The universe is at once delicate and robust, intricate and predictable, silent and alive. And so, as you drift in your thoughts, imagine a star forming, a planet emerging, and perhaps even life beginning on a distant world. Feel the invisible threads guiding each motion, each transformation. Sense the quiet patience of time, the gentle pull of gravity, the subtle dance of particles. Know that these forces are present in you as well, connecting you to the stars and galaxies, to the past and future, and to the vast, gentle rhythms that hold the universe together. The cosmos is not only a place of stars and planets, of galaxies and black holes. It is a story of forces, balance, and connection. unfolding slowly across unimaginable distances. Within that story, you exist, not as a separate observer, but as an integral part of the pattern, quietly bound to the universe by invisible threads, carried along in its rhythm and forever connected to the wonder and beauty of existence itself. If the last section brought us close to the birth of stars and planets, this part takes you deeper into their life cycles, into the quiet transformations that shape worlds and perhaps even life itself. Imagine a newborn star at the center of a spinning disk of dust and gas. Around it, countless tiny particles drift slowly, drawn together by gravity. Over millions of years, these grains of matter collide, stick, and gradually form larger clumps. Pebbles become boulders, boulders become planetesimals, and eventually planets take shape, each one unique, each one held together by the same invisible threads that guide the cosmos. Gravity is the patient sculptor here. It pulls matter inward, shaping the planets, stars, and moons into the forms we observe. Yet it does so with elegance rather than force, allowing rotation, spin, and orbit to emerge naturally. Electromagnetism plays its part as well, guiding the chemistry that makes water cling to surfaces, enabling minerals to form, and allowing atmospheres to stabilize. In this subtle cooperation, planets slowly develop their character, some hot and rocky, others icy and distant, some with oceans, some barren. Each is a testament to the quiet precision of the universe, to the balance of forces acting in harmony over millions of years. Stars too follow a rhythm. Small stars burn steadily for billions of years, their light and warmth sustaining the systems around them. Larger stars live more brilliantly, though briefly, their energy shaping the gas clouds in their galaxies. When massive stars exhaust their fuel, they explode as supernovae, scattering heavy elements across space. These elements, carbon, oxygen, iron, and more, are the building blocks of planets, oceans, and eventually life. In death, stars give, feeding the cosmos with the materials necessary for new stars and worlds. Their cycle continues quietly and endlessly, a cosmic rhythm of creation, transformation, and renewal. Binary stars, or pairs of stars orbiting one another, add another layer of complexity. Their gravitational dance influences surrounding planets and gas clouds, sometimes pulling material away, sometimes triggering bursts of star formation. In dense clusters, stars pass close enough to tug gently at one another, subtly changing their trajectories. Even tiny changes can ripple across time and space, shaping planetary systems and influencing the eventual emergence of life. The universe, it seems, is a network of delicate interactions where every movement, every force plays a role in the unfolding story. And yet, even amid this apparent complexity, there is remarkable balance. The same forces that guide the formation of stars and planets, gravity, electromagnetism, and the nuclear forces, also maintain their stability. Planets settle into predictable orbits, stars shine steadily for millions of years, and galaxies hold their shape. Even the vast spaces between stars are not empty. Faint radiation, stray particles, and the pull of gravity continue to influence the cosmos, reminding us that nothing exists in isolation. Every object, every particle is connected to the larger universe in a subtle, invisible web. Time, as always, is a patient companion. Stars ignite, planets coalesce, and life, if it emerges, unfolds over millennia. Supernovae may explode, black holes may anchor galaxies, and yet the rhythm continues, steady and enduring. This patience allows complexity to arise, allowing worlds to form with oceans, mountains, and atmospheres. It allows life to emerge and persist, evolving in response to its environment while remaining part of a greater cosmic order. The universe demonstrates that creation is not instantaneous but gradual, unfolding in quiet, patient stages that span billions of years. Consider the formation of a solar system. Around a young star, dust and gas swirl in a flattened disk. Gravity draws these particles together, forming protoplanets. Electromagnetism shapes their chemistry, allowing water to form and minerals to crystallize. The star itself exerts gentle influence, keeping planets in orbit while providing warmth and energy. Over time, collisions and accretions sculpt these planets into their final forms. Moons are captured, atmospheres stabilize, and oceans condense. Each system is a miniature universe, a reflection of the larger cosmic forces at work, held together by the same quiet principles that govern galaxies and clusters. Even life, if it arises, is shaped by these cosmic forces. The chemistry that allows cells to form depends on electromagnetism, the structure of atoms, and the stable energy provided by a nearby star. Gravity anchors liquids to the surface of a planet, while the star's warmth drives cycles of growth and change. In this way, the universe's invisible threads reach down to the tiniest forms of life, connecting them to galaxies, stars, and even the distant remnants of ancient supernova. You too are part of this story, formed from stardust, bound by forces, and connected to the cosmos in ways both visible and invisible. Black holes, as always, remind us of the universe's extremes. At the centers of galaxies, massive black holes anchor billions of stars, guiding their motion with an invisible hand. When galaxies merge, these black holes may converge as well, altering the structure of their galaxies in subtle but profound ways. Even as they consume matter, black holes regulate the balance of their surroundings, ensuring that stars and gas remain bound. They are both destroyers and organizers, maintaining the rhythm of galaxies and helping shape the future of planetary systems. And through all of this, dark matter and dark energy continue their quiet work. Dark matter provides a scaffold, shaping the motion of galaxies and clusters, while dark energy pushes the universe to expand ever faster. These invisible forces govern the large-scale structure of the cosmos, even as the more familiar forces of gravity, electromagnetism, and nuclear interactions shape stars, planets, and life. Together, they create a universe that is both dynamic and coherent, complex yet beautifully balanced. As you imagine these processes, let yourself feel the quiet wonder of it all. Stars ignite, planets form, galaxies dance, and life may emerge, all guided by the same forces, all part of a gentle cosmic rhythm. The universe is patient, subtle, and endlessly creative, weaving matter, energy, and time into patterns that endure for billions of years. And you are connected to these patterns, your existence a reflection of the same forces that shape stars and galaxies. In the end, the universe is a symphony of invisible threads. Gravity, electromagnetism, the strong and weak nuclear forces, dark matter, and dark energy all play their part, guiding the formation of stars, planets, and life itself. Each movement is quiet, deliberate, and precise, creating a delicate balance that allows the cosmos to persist. And within that balance you exist, not apart from it, but as a living part of it, bound by the same threads, flowing with the same rhythms, and connected to the universe in a way that is both profound and reassuring. So when you gaze at the night sky, think not only of distant stars, but of the forces that guide them, the cycles of creation and transformation, and the invisible threads that bind all matter together. Imagine planets forming, stars burning, and life emerging, all as part of a vast, gentle, and enduring cosmic order. Let the thought comfort you. The universe has held itself together for billions of years, and in this very moment it holds you too. If the previous sections brought us close to stars, planets, and the formation of life, this part invites us to step back and see the universe as a whole, as a vast, interconnected system held together by invisible forces, subtle rhythms, and delicate balances. Imagine drifting above galaxies, through clusters and filaments, where light takes millions of years to travel, yet every movement is guided by the same invisible threads. Gravity, dark matter, electromagnetism, and nuclear forces all work quietly together, shaping structures from the smallest atoms to the largest galactic superclusters. Every galaxy, though vast and distant, is not alone. They form clusters, sometimes hundreds or thousands together, bound by gravity. These clusters themselves form part of even larger structures, connected by filaments of dark matter that stretch across millions of light years. Between these filaments lie enormous voids, almost empty, yet integral to the cosmic web. Even what seems like emptiness is a vital part of the pattern. The universe is both space and structure, both matter and void, woven together in a way that is astonishingly precise yet subtle beyond comprehension. Within this grand architecture, time and motion are partners. Galaxies drift, spin, and occasionally collide, their stars tracing long, elegant arcs across space. Gravity ensures that they do not scatter randomly, but follow predictable paths. Stars are born, live, and die according to the same rules, shaping the material around them. Planets orbit their suns, sometimes gently nudged by nearby stars or passing comets. Even the smallest particles obey the same forces that govern these vast cosmic motions, reminding us that the universe is consistent across scales, from quarks to clusters of galaxies. Consider the concept of equilibrium. Across the universe, forces balance one another, sometimes subtly, sometimes dramatically. Gravity pulls matter together, forming stars and galaxies, while dark energy pushes space outward, causing the universe to expand. Electromagnetism allows atoms to form molecules, while nuclear forces govern the reactions that power stars. Each of these forces plays a role in maintaining harmony. Without any one of them, the universe would be very different, perhaps chaotic, perhaps lifeless. Their interplay ensures stability, allowing structure and complexity to emerge. Black holes, those enigmatic objects, continue to play their part in this cosmic balance. At the centers of many galaxies, supermassive black holes anchor stars and influence galactic dynamics. When galaxies merge, these black holes may themselves merge, creating ripples in space-time known as gravitational waves. These waves spread across the cosmos, a quiet reminder of the deep interconnection of matter, energy, and space. Even in their seeming darkness, black holes contribute to the rhythm of the universe, shaping the past, present, and future of galaxies and stars alike. The cosmic web itself is a testament to the subtle power of invisible forces. Filaments of dark matter guide galaxies into clusters, determining their paths and interactions. Gas flows along these filaments, feeding the birth of new stars. Even the most distant galaxies, though billions of light years away, are influenced by this structure, caught in a gravitational embrace that maintains order across vast distances. The universe is neither random nor chaotic. It is a vast network of interactions, a pattern that persists across space and time. And within this immense structure, life is possible. The atoms in your body, the molecules that sustain your cells, were forged in the hearts of prominent stars. The same forces that guide galaxies also hold your molecules together, organize chemical reactions, and allow energy to flow through your cells. In this sense, life is not separate from the universe. It is woven into its fabric, part of the same grand pattern of forces and matter that has persisted for billions of years. You are, in a very real sense, a reflection of the cosmos itself. Even the emptiness between stars and galaxies plays a role. Far from being nothing, this space contains radiation, stray particles, and subtle gravitational effects that influence the formation of structures. The void is part of the balance, allowing matter to collect, galaxies to form, and cosmic expansion to proceed. It is a reminder that the universe's order is not only in the visible objects but also in the spaces between them, in the quiet forces that shape everything we see and everything we cannot. Time, too, is an essential part of this cosmic order. Stars, galaxies, and clusters evolve over billions of years, following predictable rhythms dictated by the laws of physics. The universe unfolds gradually, patiently allowing complexity to arise. Planets form, atmospheres stabilize, and life emerges in small, subtle ways. Even cataclysmic events, like supernovae or black hole mergers, fit into this slow, deliberate process. The universe is not chaotic but carefully measured, a vast symphony of forces and interactions that persists across unimaginable spans of space and time. And yet, mysteries remain. Dark matter and dark energy, which together make up most of the universe, remain largely invisible to our eyes and instruments. We infer their presence through their effects: dark matter shaping galactic rotation, dark energy accelerating cosmic expansion. Even as we seek to understand them, they remind us that the universe is more intricate than our senses alone can perceive. The invisible threads holding it together are subtle, profound, and essential, maintaining harmony even in realms we cannot directly observe. Through all of this, the universe demonstrates patience, balance, and quiet resilience. Galaxies rotate and collide, stars ignite and fade, planets form and evolve, and yet the underlying structure endures. The same forces that guide the motion of distant clusters also govern the matter within your own body, linking you intimately to the cosmos. Everything is connected, nothing is truly isolated. Every pulse of light, every gravitational pull, every particle in motion contributes to the ongoing story of the universe. As you imagine the universe on this grand scale, it becomes clear that it is not only vast but also profoundly coherent. The forces that govern it, though invisible, are precise and reliable. Gravity, electromagnetism, nuclear forces, dark matter, and dark energy weave a delicate web of stability and motion. They ensure that stars shine, planets orbit, galaxies persist, and life, however rare, has the chance to emerge. This is the quiet miracle of existence, a universe held together by invisible threads, operating with patience, precision, and endless subtlety. And finally, consider your own place within this vast web. The atoms in your body, the energy in your cells, the very structure of your mind, all are connected to the forces that shape stars and galaxies. You are part of the rhythm, part of the balance, and part of the cosmic story that has unfolded over billions of years. The universe holds itself together, and in doing so it holds you as well. Every breath, every heartbeat, every thought is intertwined with the rhythm of the cosmos. Let yourself rest in this thought. Let the quiet of space, the gentle pull of invisible forces, and the slow unfolding of cosmic time wash over you. Imagine the galaxies, the stars, the planets, and the particles all moving in delicate harmony. Feel the connection between yourself and this vast, enduring universe. know that the same threads that hold distant galaxies together also flow through you, keeping you in balance with the cosmos. In the end, the universe is not just a collection of objects in space. It is a living pattern of forces, matter, and energy, sustained by invisible threads that stretch across unimaginable distances. It is patient, precise, and beautifully ordered. And within that order we exist, not apart from it, but as part of it, quietly bound by the same forces, carried along in its rhythms, and connected to the endless, gentle wonder of the cosmos itself. As we reach the final stretch of this cosmic journey, it is worth pausing to reflect on the invisible threads that hold everything together. From the tiniest atom to the largest galaxy, the universe is a symphony of forces and motion, all interwoven in delicate balance. Gravity pulls matter into stars, planets, and galaxies. Electromagnetism shapes molecules and chemistry. Nuclear forces power stars and bind the elements that make life possible. And beyond them, dark matter and dark energy stretch across the cosmos, guiding its expansion and the formation of structure. Together, these forces create harmony from what might otherwise seem like chaos. Look up at the night sky and imagine the galaxies spinning in silent, graceful arcs. Imagine supermassive black holes at their centers, anchoring stars with invisible hands. Picture star clusters glowing in the darkness, while filaments of dark matter connect them across millions of light years. Even in the vast emptiness between them, forces flow, guiding matter and energy, shaping the evolution of the universe. Space may seem empty, but it is alive with influence, a quiet, invisible presence that ensures everything has its place and follows the rhythm of the cosmos. The cycles of creation and transformation are endlessly repeated. Stars are born from clouds of gas, shine for millions or billions of years, and die in spectacular displays that seed the cosmos with the elements necessary for planets and life. Planets form from dust, settling into stable orbits, while moons and rings add subtle beauty to these systems. And sometimes, in rare circumstances, life emerges, tracing its roots back to the stars themselves. This is the quiet poetry of the universe. Destruction and creation entwined, each feeding the other, all governed by invisible, patient forces. Even the smallest actions ripple across vast scales. A supernova's explosion may influence the formation of distant stars. A passing star may shift the orbit of a planet. Tiny atomic interactions inside living cells obey the same rules that govern stellar fusion. The universe is a network of cause and effect where everything, no matter how small, is connected to the grander pattern. In this intricate web, nothing exists in isolation, and everything is quietly, beautifully interdependent. Black holes, mysterious and extreme, remind us that the universe holds both darkness and order. They consume matter and light, yet anchor galaxies and regulate the motions of stars. When black holes merge, ripples of gravity travel across the cosmos, a silent reminder of the deep connections between objects separated by millions of light years. Even in their apparent destructiveness, they contribute to stability, demonstrating that the forces holding the universe together are subtle, precise, and astonishingly consistent. And what of the empty spaces? The cosmic voids? They are far from empty. They shape the paths of galaxies, guide the flow of gas, and allow matter to collect into structures. These voids, interwoven with filaments of dark matter, create the architecture of the universe. Without them, galaxies might collapse into chaos or drift apart into isolation. Even what seems like nothing plays an essential role, a quiet testament to the subtlety and intelligence of cosmic balance. time, stretching across billions of years, is the silent partner in this cosmic dance. Galaxies spin, stars shine, planets orbit, and life evolves, all according to the steady rhythm of forces and motion. Even when we feel hurried or fleeting in our own lives, the universe moves patiently, slowly weaving matter, energy, and life into patterns that endure. This patience allows complexity to arise, planets with oceans, stars with stable lifespans, and life capable of thought and wonder. In the universe, there is no rush, only enduring balance. And within this grand design, we find ourselves. The atoms in our bodies were forged in the hearts of ancient stars. The water we drink, the oxygen we breathe, even the calcium in our bones, comes from cosmic processes billions of years old. We are connected intimately to the universe, not as observers standing apart, but as participants flowing within its rhythm. Every heartbeat, every thought, every breath resonates with the same forces that govern galaxies, stars, and planets. In a very real way, we are stardust moving in concert with the cosmos. Dark matter and dark energy, though invisible, are essential to this harmony. Dark matter shapes galaxies, providing an unseen scaffold that guides the motion of stars. Dark energy drives the expansion of the universe, stretching space itself and influencing the evolution of all structures. These invisible forces remind us that not everything can be seen to be known. Much of the universe's balance exists beyond sight, a quiet reassurance that the cosmos is held together even when we cannot directly perceive it. The universe also teaches us about resilience. Even amid collisions, explosions, and dramatic change, structures persist. Galaxies reform, stars ignite, planets stabilize, and life finds a way. There is a poetry to this resilience, a rhythm that allows both transformation and continuity to coexist. Forces operate with precision, not out of intention, but as a natural consequence of the universe's laws, and in that precision, we find beauty, comfort, and a sense of belonging. As we draw this journey to a close, imagine yourself floating among the stars. Feel the gentle pull of gravity, the quiet flow of energy, and the patient passage of time. Sense the threads connecting galaxies, stars, planets, and yourself. The universe is vast, yes, but it is also coherent, ordered, and connected. Every movement, every force, every particle contributes to a delicate balance that has persisted for billions of years. And within that balance you exist, quietly, wonderfully, part of the ongoing story of the cosmos. Perhaps the most profound realization is that the universe does not simply hold itself together, it holds us as well. From the starlight that reaches our eyes to the atoms in our bodies, from the invisible forces that guide galaxies to the rhythms of our own lives, everything is connected. The cosmos is not distant or separate. It flows through us as much as it surrounds us. We are participants in the quiet miracle of balance, bound to the universe by threads we cannot see but can feel in every moment. So as you let yourself rest in this thought, allow the universe's quiet rhythms to wash over you. Imagine galaxies spinning, stars burning, planets forming, and forces holding it all together with patient consistency. Imagine the cycles of creation and transformation unfolding over billions of years, and know that you are a part of this ongoing story. The universe is vast, intricate, and beautiful, and it is holding you quietly, gently, and unendingly. In this final reflection, we find both awe and comfort. The universe is not only a collection of distant objects, it is a living, interconnected system. It is patient, precise and enduring. And we are not merely observers, we are woven into the threads that hold it all together, flowing with its rhythms, shaped by its forces, and connected to its eternal gentle harmony.